Good evening. An implosion of law and order in Uttar Pradesh has now led to a political eruption. But at the heart of it, a ghastly tragedy has unfolded in Lakhimpur. It began with four farmers being crushed under a car that belongs to a union minister. Let's bring you the big story and the latest from Uttar Pradesh. We are talking about violence in a corner of UP where farmers clashed with BJP workers. A convoy of three cars, three SUVs, including one car that farmers say belonged to a union minister's son, actually crushed four protesters. What happened after that was also macabre. The occupants of that particular car were taken out and trashed as retaliation. That is the reports that we're getting from the ground. And by the end of the day, 8 people had died. 4 crushed under the minister's car and another 4 beaten by an enraged mob, thrashed to death. That is what we know so far. And since then, we've seen a flood of politicians heading towards Lakhimpur. Prominent among them, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, going head to head with the UP police, which has taken a firm decision not to allow any politicians into the area. Meanwhile, the minister at the heart of the controversy says his son was not even present at the moment. Farmers say that's a lie, but the minister was making incendiary speeches just a week ago in this very neighborhood. Looking at this awful situation on the ground in Uttar Pradesh is our focus on the program today. Let's introduce our panel this evening as we look at both the politics and the morality of what's at the heart of what's unfolded in Lakhimpur. Sandeep Ghosh, commentator, contrarian columnist, is with us. We're also joined from Uttar Pradesh by senior journalist Hemant Tiwari. BJP ki pravakta, the BJP spokesperson, Ashwini Shahi is with us. Namaskar, Ashwini ji. Avik Saha, who's of course with the Kisan Andolan, is with us as well. We're joined by Tehseen Poonawala, who's a Congress supporter. Through the night, if you wanted to track what was happening as Priyanka Gandhi Vadra quite dramatically reached Uttar Pradesh, I was following Tehseen's Twitter handle. And we're also joined by Sabah Naqvi, senior journalist. I'd like to start with you, Avik, if I may. Like many people, when I first saw what had happened, all of us, said we stand with farmers. It was absolutely horrible. The farmers who came under the minister's car and the minister's son alleged to have been on the spot. He denies it. But what happened subsequently has also been extremely disturbing. We count on you to be a dispassionate chronicler of facts. Would you say that, there has been awfulness in that sense, a kind of murderous violence on both sides of the ideological trenches. And of course, I hold the UP government responsible for the collapse of law and order. But first, what happened with the farmers and then what happened in that retaliatory violence by protesters? Can you take us through what you've been able to establish as the facts of the case?
First, I and the farmers' movement do not support any form of violence. Now let's look how the events unfolded. The farmers had shown a black flag demonstration at a helipad where the UP Deputy Chief Minister was supposed to come. They didn't want him to land, and that was that. He decided not to come by helicopter. The farmers were traveling back from the protest site. They were not demonstrating when these cars came and ran them over. What happened thereafter?
How did the car ram them over? There's one unclear bit in this narrative. Did they get out the car? Did the car simply sort of drive past them and through them? What are you hearing?
No, Barkha, I have spoken to people who were there on the spot. And this is what they tell me, and I have no reason to disbelieve their story. The people were simply walking on the road. Yes, they were, walking in the middle of the road, not on the side of the road. It was not a road where there were cars and traffic, and these cars simply ran them over. What happened thereafter is mob violence that happens when accidents of these nature happen. It was not farmers versus BJP. This is something I've been stressing from yesterday. Why would the farmers who are actually conducting this 10-month-long peaceful protest suddenly turn and start killing people? It was an anger, a collective anger at an accident which was not considered to be an accident. the farmers felt they were being deliberately run over by this car. And the counter stories I've been hearing, Barkha, are that there was stone pelting. I haven't seen a single video of stone pelting. The stone pelting led to the car trying to escape, and therefore it went into a ditch, turned over, and then they were mercilessly taken out and beaten. This, yes, this is the one that has come to me. Yeah. I made inquiries. I tried to find out what's happening. The car, these very cars had run over the farmers and were being chased, and this car went into the ditch due to that chase, and there were a lot of people on the road. So the car, I mean, the option for the driver was to run over more people or to take it into the ditch. What has happened?
You are saying, can I just clarify? You're saying that the original accident where the car crushes these farmers to their death was perceived to be deliberate. It was not even as if किसानों ने गाड़ी को घेर लिया. ये भी नहीं हुआ कि किसानों ने गाड़ी को घेर लिया. वो सड़क पे चल रहे थे, अपने खेतों के बीच में से चल रहे थे और गाड़ी ने आके the car basically knocked them down.
Absolutely. The people in the car, the farmers were not protesting against them. The farmers were not even aware of their travel. The farmers, as I repeat, were protesting against the landing of the helicopter of the Deputy Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh.
Right.
So these people knocked down farmers, cause what we say is absolute deliberate murder, because it's not as if it was dark, it was not night, it was broad daylight, and you could see the people. I mean, how could you knock down 4 people like this?
And before I go and open this up a week, उसके बाद जो होता है, and I'm sorry, I'm keeping this bilingual to include a larger audience. उसके बाद जो होता है a week, we see what we would call lynching. We see the mob taking the people out of जो उस गाड़ी में लोग थे, उनको निकाल कर मारा गया. Now, we have to, even as you explained that it was provoked by what the farmers saw as a murderous assault on them, we have to condemn what happened thereafter as well. We have to be equivalent in our moral condemnation, and I'm sure you will be.
मैंने शुरू में कहा था, हम वायलेंस के पक्ष में नहीं है और हम नॉन वायलेंट है, ये तो हम 10 महीने में बार-बार एग्जाम देके साबित कर रहे हैं. But you try and imagine the situation. None of us were there. Suddenly these cars come speeding, run over people on their chest, on their bodies, and try to escape, and people chase. And the cars then go into a ditch. What happens? Is this the first time we are seeing a road rage or an accident in this country? So to convert this into a farmer versus BJP thing would be wrong. The farmers were not there to hurt anybody from BJP. The farmers had not gathered. They were displaying black flags. And if you see the videos carefully, those violent videos, you will see that the only things they had were flags and the sticks on the flags.
Yeah.
So this was not an attack on BJP, contrary to what BJP is trying to project. In fact, BJP, sons of leaders of BJP, responsible people, have run over farmers. They claim, they don't even want to say it's an accident. They say that it was provoked. Now, that's very sad and unfortunate.
Yes, I agree with that. And I want to take that to the BJP spokesperson here. Ashwini ji, योगी सरकार की तरफ से प्रोब अनाउंस हुआ है, खेद प्रकट हुआ है जो जाने गई है. और लेकिन अगर आप मंत्री के बयान देखिए, एक हफ्ते पहले का बयान, मैं अभी थोड़ी देर में उसको प्ले करूंगी, लेकिन इस हादसे के बाद भी जो बयान आता है वो आरोप किसानों पर लगाता है. वो कहता है इन किसानों में आतंकवादियों के समर्थक हैं. वो कहता है ये फ्रिंज एलिमेंट्स हैं. वो अपनी गलती मानने के लिए तैयार ही नहीं, बस दूसरी साइड देखना चाहता है. सरकार की तरफ से तो एफआईआर भी अब दर्ज हो गया है. आप और पार्टी इसको किस नजरिए से देख रही है जो लखीमपुर में हुआ है, अश्विनी जी?
बरखा जी, देखिए, जो भी घटना हुई है ये दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण घटना है, और जो लोग भी मरे हैं उनके लिए संवेदना ही बहुत बड़ी चीज नहीं होती है. 24 घंटे के अंदर सरकार ने बहुत मजबूती दिखाते हुए और इसको सॉल्व कर लिया है. चाहे जो आग में घी डालने के लिए सारे राजनीतिक दल वहां पहुंचने लगे थे और या पहुंचने का ड्रामा कर रहे थे, उनको रोकने के बाद वहां पर पहुंचने के फायर ब्रिगेड का काम किया, वहां आग बुझाने का किसान नेता, किसानों के नाम पर काम हुआ. तो किसान नेता वहां आए, उन्होंने मिडिलमैन का काम किया और वो समझौता हुआ. जो भी घोषणा हुई, अब शायद इस समय उनके लाश जो जलाने के लिए लोग ले जा रहे हैं. तो सरकार ने तो बहुत ही गंभीरता से इसको लिया, अपने अधिकारियों को भेजा और वहां पर आज मामला शांत हो गया। नहीं तो ये जो राजनीतिक लोग हैं जो पहुंच रहे थे, ये सियासी रोटियां सेकने, आग में घी डालने का काम करने जा रहे थे, जिसको सरकार ने रोक दिया। दूसरा, मैं आता हूं माननीय मंत्री जी के बयानों पर। माननीय मंत्री जी का बयान, क्योंकि आप बाद में आप सुनवा दीजिएगा, लेकिन मैं पहले से बताता हूं, जो पहला उनका एक हफ्ते पहले वाला जो आया था वीडियो।
एक मिनट वो सुन लेते हैं, उसके बाद आप उस पर टिप्पणी कर दीजिए। ये मंत्री जी ने एक हफ्ते पहले इसी इलाके में ये स्पीच दी।
कृषि कानून खराब होता क्यों नहीं फैला? 10-11 महीने हो गए। मैं ऐसे लोगों को कहना चाहता हूं कि सुधर जाओ, नहीं तो सामना करो आके, हम आपको सुधार देंगे। 2 मिनट लगेगा केवल। मैं केवल मंत्री नहीं हूं, ये सांसद विधायक नहीं हूं। जो विधायक व सांसद बनने से पहले मेरे विषय में जानते होंगे, उनको यह भी मालूम होगा कि मैं किसी चुनौती से भागता नहीं हूं। और जिस दिन मैंने उस चुनौती को स्वीकार करके काम कर लिया, उस दिन पलिया नहीं, लखीमपुर तक छोड़ना पड़ जाएगा, ये याद रखें।
सुधर जाओ, नहीं तो हम सुधार देंगे, ये कुछ ही दिन पहले का बयान है। उसके बाद उनके बेटे की गाड़ी किसानों के मुताबिक इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर द डेथ्स ऑफ 4 फार्मर्स। ये बयान आप किस तरह से जस्टिफाई करते हैं? इसकी भाषा एक वायलेंट भाषा है, अश्विनी जी।
देखिए, मैं किसी बयान को जस्टिफाई नहीं कर रहा हूं, मैं ये बताना चाहता हूं वास्तविकता से परे हम ना जाएं, वास्तविकता पर रहें। क्योंकि उस पूरे वीडियो में उन्होंने किस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में कहा है ये बात, उन्होंने ये कहा था कुछ दिन पहले उनके यहां बैनर और पोस्टर लगे थे, होल्डिंग्स लगी थी, उसको कुछ लोगों ने फाड़ा था। ये उसके लिए ये बयान था उनका, इसको किसानों से न जोड़ा जाए, ये जहां तक मेरा मानना है। दूसरा, माननीय मंत्री जी का आज जो घटना हुई कल उनके ड्राइवर को जिस तरीके से जनता ने मारकर वहां पर उसकी हत्या की, अगर जो आरोप लगा रहे हैं, जिसका कि सरकार ने मुकदमा भी दर्ज किया है आरोपों के आधार पर, अभी जांच होगी, अगर माननीय मंत्री जी के पुत्र वहां पर होते तो क्या जनता छोड़ती उनको? अगर उस गाड़ी में होते, ये सबसे बड़ा सवाल है। क्योंकि जो ड्राइवर चला रहा था या जो बैठे थे लोग, उसमें एक साल के बच्ची का बाप भी था जिसका नाम शुभम मिश्रा था। क्या आज वो बच्ची को जवाब देगा आदमी की जो उसको डंडे से पीट कर मार दिया गया? एक पत्रकार भाई भी हमारा गया है, उसके यहां भी इस तरीके की चीजें हुई है। बर्बरता की सीमा इन लोगों ने लांघी है। हाँ, मैं ये भी कह रहा हूं कि जो घटना हुई दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण थी, जितने लोग मरे वो गलत था, लेकिन इसको कहीं से कोई जस्टिफाई नहीं कर सकता है। आपके स्क्रीन पर भी चल रहा है, देखिए किस तरीके से उसको मारा जा रहा है। और ये कहा जा रहा बरखा जी कि आप एक ड्राइवर को ये बात करके कि तुम बोलो कि तुमको, ये देखिए आ गया, तुमने गाड़ी चढ़ाई, उन लोगों ने भेजा तुमको, उससे बार बार पूछा जा रहा है, वो मना कर रहा है, फिर उसको मारा गया। तो ये बहुत ही अभी विवेचना और जांच का विषय है। इस पर हम लोग रिजल्ट नहीं देने की स्थिति में है, मगर जो भी घटना हुई दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण थी और उत्तर प्रदेश सरकार ने बहुत ही तत्परता दिखाते हुए इसको बहुत बड़ा बनने से रोक लिया।
अच्छा, मुझे ये कहना है, मेरे सवाल और भी बहुत है, लेकिन आपने बात की ऑपोजिशन, क्या किस तरह से वो राजनीति कर रही है। मुझे लगता है सभी राजनीति कर रहे हैं किसानों के मुद्दे पर, चाहे वो ऑपोजिशन हो चाहे वो रूलिंग पार्टी हो, अलग राजनीति कर रहे हैं। बिफोर आई कम टू तहसीन पूनावाला, वी सॉ प्रियंका गांधी वाड्रा, otherwise not to be seen much in UP, suddenly spring into action. Tehseen, we were following your Twitter stream to track her movements, and when the UP police tries to physically restrain Dipinder Hooda, who has accompanied her, this is what happens. Let's listen in and then we'll get Tehseen. Can we increase the sound, please? Can we play the video of
ऑर्डर निकालो, नहीं तो मैं यहाँ से नहीं हिल रही हूँ। और तुम मुझे उस गाड़ी में बिठाओगे तो तुम्हें किडनैपिंग का चार्ज लगाऊंगी मैं, और पुलिस को नहीं तुम्हें लगाऊंगी, समझे?
इधर आओ, आगे आओ तुम।
क्यों इनको आगे कर रही हो महिलाओं को? डरते हो क्या महिलाओं से? क्या डरते हो महिला से? महिला से डरते हो? या तो वारंट निकालो, मुझे दिखाओ कि किस आधार पर मुझे यहाँ से हटा रहे हो, नहीं तो मैं नहीं हटूंगी।
Okay, that video is much longer. You can catch the full sort of conversation or that confrontation rather on our platform. Tehseen, what was going on there? And also, why was the second video subsequently released where we can see Priyanka placed under house arrest, sweeping. She takes a broom, and you can see her cleaning up that room, and we have those pictures there. Not to take away from everyone sort of the dignity of work, but what is the purpose of this video in the middle of this horrible tragedy that is unfolding in Lakhimpur? Tessie, go ahead.
So for the first video that you played, where Srimati Priyanka Gandhi Vadra intervenes and saves Dipinder Hooda, who is a member of parliament who is being manhandled by the UP police, Dinkar's lines come to mind. Duryodhan wo bhi de na saka, Ashish samaj ke le na saka, उल्टे हरि को बांधने चला, जो था असाध्य साधने चला. जब नाश मनुष्य पर छाता है, पहले विवेक मर जाता है, पहले विवेक मर जाता है. इनका विवेक मर चुका है. घमंड रावण का भी नहीं टिका, आदित्यनाथ जी का भी नहीं टिकेगा. मैं आपसे पूछना चाहता हूं बरखा जी, क्या माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने एक शब्द कहा है? किसान भी हमारे थे, अगर वो बीजेपी के कार्यकर्ता थे, वे भी हमारे भारतीय ही थे ना, हमारे ही लोग थे ना. माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी जिनकी तस्वीर सब जगह पर है, जो टिम्बकटू में कुछ होता है तो ट्वीट करते, हमारे लोगों के लिए उन्होंने इस वक्त कुछ कहा है कि इतनी गंभीर घटना हो चुकी है हमारे मुल्क में, उत्तर प्रदेश में? Look, this is the thing, Barkha. Every time I come onto your show, there is a question that you ask me. It's a pertinent question. Where is the opposition? Here is the opposition. It is raising a voice. And look at how they're treating Dipinder Hooda. This is a member of parliament. He's not a criminal. Under what law are you stopping? And then they've detained Priyanka ji under 151. That's what they told her. They didn't give it to her in writing. Under 151, they've arrested her. They have not allowed Salman Khurshid to reach her and get the bail proceedings started. Why should political leaders not be allowed to go and stand by the victims or the families of the victims? Now, I recollect, Barkha, and you will recollect, that when the 2008 terror attack was happening, the then Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat and now the current Honorable Prime Minister of India was outside the venue where our NSG was fighting with terrorists doing a press conference. He subsequently went to my friend Hemant Karkare, Martyr for India's house, and his wife asked him to leave. He subsequently went there with a check of 1 crore. He did a press conference while the operation was going on. Nobody called the Honorable Chief Minister, Honorable Prime Minister.
I have a question. I have a question for you. If the Prime Minister is too silent, do you think the opposition is, trying to seize a moment? And while Priyanka's argument with the police is legitimate, given that Dipinder Hooda, her party colleague, was roughed up, what is the purpose of this PR-oriented sweeping of her guest room? What does it have to do with the death of 8 people? I do not understand it.
So about that guest room, look, when you see the sweeping about it, you know that it's a dirty room. She's there, and any person would maintain hygiene. And that's the kind of person she is. So she's just cleaning, making it a hygienic place for her to sit down. As you can clearly see, the room that she's been detained in, the daughter and the granddaughter of a martyr, there is nothing there for her to sit except for one stool. That's not even a stool, a table. So she's obviously sweeping the floor. You can see the dirt. It's not PR like the Prime Minister puts kachara and then sweeps it. It's a dirty room she's been kept in. She's cleaning it. We should be proud of our national leaders who are doing this. This is not a PR stunt. This is the opposition actually standing by the most vulnerable of society. I repeat my question, Barkha, just one line. Everything could be wrong. Everything that the BJP spokesperson said could be understood, or what the farm leader said can be understood. Why has my Prime Minister not spoken? Manmohan Singh was always accused of being silent, but he spoke, Barkha, when it mattered. He always spoke when it mattered. This man never speaks when it matters. And that is what is tearing us apart as a country.
Okay, now I want to give Sandeep Sabha and Hemant ji a chance to speak. So let's step back from the politics of it for at least a couple of minutes. Sandeep, straight to you. It seems to me that the politicians across parties have made it all about themselves, and actually no one gives a damn about these farmers who are now, had been struggling alone. The opposition and the party has converted them into the ruling party converted them into a battlefield yet again. Who really cares about the farmers though?
So, Barkha, first of all, I am very, I think I shouldn't use the word impressed, but I'm very grateful to the perspective with which Abhik and Ashwini ji has put the whole issue. Okay, it is not about farmers versus BJP. It's an issue of mob violence, how things have happened there. I have got certain details, but there's no point in going into the details of what's really happened or not happened, and how things have been handled thereafter. so the rage, if you call it a road rage, the first round, whether it was deliberate, provoked, or unprovoked, and what the retaliation, this is very, very understandable that these sort of things happen in this situation. What I like in the last 24 hours, I find that whether to, de-escalate the situation or otherwise, I think UP government has been acting in a fairly systemic and a very transparent manner in terms of which the FIRs have been lodged, the investigations, the compensation and everything. And anybody who really has a locus standi as a farmer, it is Mr. Tikayat, who came, and he seemed to be happy with the kind of, settlement, etc. done. One saw him sitting next to the police officer when these announcements were being made. There are views whether he should have been sitting there or not, but it seems that those were handled properly. I'm extremely, also here I must use the word impressed with the deference with which Tehseen speaks about Mrs. Priyanka Gandhi Vadra ji. And at the same time, when I see Mrs. Priyanka Gandhi Vadra ji speaking to police personnel who are discharging their duty in the terms, almost contemptuous way that tum karke dikhao, it shows to me the kind of entitlement which has got us today where we are in the country.
But the police, but just a brief interjection there, you could have views on how she spoke to the police, but the police was also roughing up Dipinder Hooda. You saw, before
I'm talking about her and she's invoking gender.
Yeah.
Okay. And if she is really what Tehseen and everybody says, she is a bit of her grandmother, I can't imagine Indira Gandhi behaving in that manner or invoking her gender. She would have allowed her to be arrested. We have seen it. Barkha, you were too young at that point in time during the emergency, etc. But she carried herself with a certain dignity. She doesn't come across as, a hurt ruler of the country. And that, I think that is the problem. And therefore, you are saying everybody coming there to now encash on the situation, that is objectionable. There is
hang on. Tehseen, I know you want to respond to this, but one minute.
What Abik was saying, what everybody
this show is not about Priyanka Gandhi. This show is about
this show is also not about the long tirade which Tehseen took.
And Tehseen will want to respond to that, but I need to get. I never interrupt, but I need to get.
Narendra Modi, because you also went there the terror attack. Why didn't you go there?
Tehseen, I promise you can respond after Sabha and Hemant ji have spoken. Please, I really need to get them into the conversation. Sabha, go ahead.
Sabha, it's not about Priyanka. Yeah. Okay. I'll talk about the farmers issue, not about Priyanka Gandhi, because that is the more germane issue. From the very beginning, the farm laws which aim at putting the farming sector in the hands of big corporations was rammed through parliament in a manner which was very, and by the way, agriculture is a state subject. Let's start. I'm not going to take up time. I'll get quick to the point. It was rammed through with purpose, with determination. The government wanted it done. Agriculture is a state subject, but they did that against the hue and cry of all the parties. Ever since that, you have farmers protesting. This is one of the rare incidents of violence. They have been abused, they have been threatened, they have sat out in winter, they have sat through monsoons, they have sat through rain. This is one of the rare. Now they have apparently been mowed over by a politician's son's car. Apparently, that is the account. They have apparently been mowed over. Now, I'm just, as a political journalist, let me just say what happened in Madhya Pradesh. In 2017, there was firing on five farmers died, protesting farmers, when there was firing on them in Mandsaur. After that, a year later, one of the factors acknowledged also, in which Shivraj Singh Chauhan lost the state to the Congress. Of course, the Congress being the Congress, never could hold on to power, and Shivraj is back in this, but he electorally was defeated in Mandsaur. What has happened now is that the Bharatiya Janata Party has very little stakes in Punjab, zero. They are playing a double-pronged game in both Haryana and in UP. In UP, they cannot afford to have a spectre of ministers running over farmers. Yet, they believe they can contain it somehow because the demographics of UP, if you actually get into it, Jats make up 14% of Baghpat and so on and so forth. The demographics of UP are different. They still believe they can get over it, but they have to go a little soft, which is unlike the usual position that the Adityanath Yogi government takes on most issues. They have in this time sent that same ADG law and order who appears during that, that rape incident, everything, the same guy appears, Shri Prashant Kumar. They have sent him there and he has positioned himself next to Tikayat, and they have announced a huge sort of compensation for the dead, compensation for the injured. They have even agreed to an FIR against one of their own, a son of one of their own. They have agreed to all these things allegedly. Now, what is the political? So to an extent, there is a level of political management. They have no chance in Punjab. So Punjab which is absolutely consumed. In Haryana, if you notice, beyond the threatening, before, two things have happened in Haryana. Haryana is also consumed, a section of Haryana is consumed by the farm agitation. If you notice the remarks made by the Chief Minister of Haryana, and before that, just a few months ago, if you remember what an officer said, break their skulls. An officer of Haryana stood there and said, break their skulls. Meanwhile, Barkha, it's important to put this into order. The farm unions have been complaining. Who are these people who have gone to the Supreme Court? No, that's very important. They believe that this is entirely stage managed for non-farm people who are not even in the protest, are going to the Supreme Court, getting the court to pass orders which sort of legitimize any strong crackdown. That is what they're saying.
Hold on. You've clubbed Haryana and Uttar Pradesh together.
It's important to do so.
No, I understand. I understand why you're doing it. But for context, I want to play out the extremely incendiary remarks before I come to Hemant ji made by the Haryana Chief Minister ML Khattar about farmers. Please listen.
उत्तर पश्चिम हरियाणा के हर जिले में अपने किसानों के 500-700 हजार लोग आप लोग अपने खड़े करो, उनको वॉलंटियर बनाओ और फिर जगह जगह सठे साठम समाचरे, क्या अर्थ होता है इसका? सठे साठम समाचरे क्या अर्थ होता है? कौन बताएगा? तो अंग्रेजी में बता दिया ना, हिंदी में बता। जैसे को तैसा, जैसे को तैसा ठालो ठंडे हैं, ठीक है? नहीं, वो भी देख लेंगे। और दूसरी बात यह है, जब ठावेंगे डंडे तो जमानत की परवाह मत करो। महीना 6 महीने 2 महीने रहे होगे ना, तो इतनी पढ़ाई इस मीटिंगों में नहीं होगी। अगर 2-4 महीने वहां रहे होगे तो बड़े लीडर अपने आप बन जाओगे।
This is important क्योंकि एक तरफ खट्टर जी जो है वो बात कर रहे हैं of लाठी for लाठी. Very similar, Ashwini ji, to what Union Minister Mishra said a week ago, जो आप कहते हैं किसानों के संदर्भ में नहीं था. मैं आपके पास वापस आऊंगी, लेकिन हेमंत जी, आप इस पूरे मामले को किस नजरिए से देखते हैं और क्या आप सभा जी से सहमत हैं कि इस बारी योगी आदित्यनाथ ने कुछ नरमी दिखाई है अपने रिस्पॉन्स में, because no government can actually politically afford to be seen as completely anti-farmers.
बिल्कुल सही बात आपने कहा। इस पूरे प्रकरण के 2 पक्ष हैं मेरी दृष्टि में। एक तो जो घटना हुई, घटना पे एग्जैक्टली क्या हुई है तो जब बारीक जांच होगी तो पता लगेगा, लेकिन इतना हुआ कि गाड़ियां आई और लोगों पे चढ़ी, लोग कुचले गए, स्वाभाविक है, उसका प्रतिक्रिया होगी और
सर आपकी
हेलो
हाँ जी अब आ गई
आवाज आ रही?
आप बीच में नहीं आ रही थी, अब आ रही है, बोलिए। हाँ,
तो 2 बातें हुई। अब इसमें असलियत क्या है पता लगाने की चीज है। गलती दोनों ओर से हुई, अपराध दोनों ओर से कमिट किया गया, लेकिन इसके पीछे जैसे आपने अभी खट्टर जी का बयान सुनाया, शाही जी ने भी क्लेरिफिकेशन दिया। टेनी जी इस देश के गृह राज्य मंत्री हैं, बड़े संवेदनशील पद पर तैनात हैं। बुरा न माने भाजपा के लोग, टेनी जी को मैं पिछले 30 साल से जानता हूं, उनकी एरोगेंसी पूरे इलाके में मशहूर है। लेकिन उनके बयान को आप सोचिएगा, मैं जो इन्होंने नहीं बताया शाही जी उसको पूरा कर देता हूं। हुआ क्या कि किसान बहुल इलाका है जहां से सांसद हैं टेनी जी, लखीमपुर खीरी, पलिया और उसमें सीतापुर कुछ हिस्सा आता है, तो धौरहरा सटा हुआ। इन्होंने किसानों की एक पंचायत की, उसके लिए कुछ पोस्टर लगे हुए थे, 3 या 4 जगह के पोस्टर फाड़ दिए लोगों ने। चूंकि किसानों में वहां गुस्सा है, और पश्चिमी उत्तर प्रदेश छोड़ दें तो उत्तर प्रदेश का किसानों के वर्चस्व वाला सबसे बड़ा इलाका तराई का है, जो इलाका खाली उत्तर प्रदेश की तराई नहीं, उत्तर प्रदेश की तराई और उत्तरांचल का जो जमीनी इलाका है, उत्तरांचल का जो तराई इलाका है, दोनों में बड़ी समानताएं हैं, उसको पूरी तरीके से प्रभावित करता है, जुड़ा हुआ है। तो वहां गुस्सा आना स्वाभाविक था। एक तो यह एरोगेंस जो मंत्री जी ने दिखाया था, इसको लेकर वहां रिएक्शन था। अगर वहां रिएक्शन था और डिप्टी चीफ मिनिस्टर आ रहा था, तो व्हाट द एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन वाज डूइंग, एलआईयू क्या कर रहा था? क्या इनको स्टॉक का कुछ आइडिया नहीं था यह क्या होने वाला है? तो पहली नजर में ये कंप्लीट फेल्योर है एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का और पुलिसिंग का, जिन्होंने वहां की नब्ज को, वहां के किसानों के भीतर चल रहे उबाल को नहीं समझा। जब आपको खबर थी कि हेलीकॉप्टर नहीं उतरने देंगे, विरोध करेंगे, तो पर्याप्त मात्रा में पुलिस क्यों नहीं थी? आप पूरा घटनाक्रम देखिए प्लीज। जी बताएं।
नहीं, मुझे लगता है कि आपने बहुत ही एक बैलेंस्ड पर्सपेक्टिव दिया है कि दोनों तरफ गलती हुई, लेकिन कोलैप्स जो हुआ है वो एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन और लॉ एंड ऑर्डर का हुआ है। अश्विनी जी, इसमें आप प्लीज अपना रिस्पांस दीजिए। आप कह सकते हैं कि दोनों तरफ गलती हुई, लेकिन पहले शुरुआत में ही जो कि आपको नजर आता है कि मंत्री जी ने एक हफ्ते पहले क्या हुआ, क्या टेंशन था, क्या तनाव था, this is a failure of law and order. This is a failure at least of the local administration and the local police. Ashwini ji.
सही कह रही है, फेलियर हम इसको नहीं कहेंगे, मगर पुलिस वहां की अगर एलआईयू चाक चौबंद रहता भी है, ऐसा नहीं है कि नहीं रहता है, सबके बीच में एलआईयू वाले रहते हैं, लेकिन वहां पर जनता ने अचानक अगर एक्सीडेंट हो गया या किसी के ऊपर गाड़ी चढ़ गई, तो जनता को हक किसने दिया इन किसान के नाम पर जो वहां खड़े थे कि उसको मार दें? जान के बदले जान, सरिया कानून यहां नहीं चल रहा है। मैं मानता हूं कहीं हो सकता है अगर प्रशासन का फेल्योर नहीं होता, जी बरखा जी, अगर प्रशासन का फेल्योर नहीं होता तो ये घटना नहीं हुई होती, ना हुई होती। कहीं ना कहीं कोई ना कोई दोषी होगा जरूर इसमें, तो ये इसको मान लेने में कोई बुराई नहीं है। मैं तहसीन जी को एक जवाब देना चाहता हूं। तहसीन जी ने एक नाम लिया, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री, एक लाइन बोल लेने दीजिए मुझे। तहसीन जी ने 3 बार कहा माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का कोई बयान नहीं आया। मैं पूछना चाहता हूं, राहुल गांधी जी, प्रियंका जी रोज एक ट्वीट करते हैं अपने घर से, हनुमानगढ़ राजस्थान में किसानों को लाठियों से पीटा गया है, आज कोई ट्वीट आया? दूसरे पर उंगली उठाना बड़ा आसान है तहसीन जी, उसको भी देखना चाहिए कि कोई एक ट्वीट आया। आज लखनऊ की मैं बात बताऊं, उसको भी सुनिए। अखिलेश यादव के सामने दरोगा को पीटा गया और वर्दी फाड़ी गई, 5 फीट की दूरी थी। किसने अधिकार दिया सपाइयों को कि वहां पर वो दरोगा को मारे? जीप जला दिया। ये है यहां का उत्तर प्रदेश में सिर्फ और सिर्फ ये तनाव क्यों है कि चुनाव है यहां। ये सारे जो राजनीतिक लोग हैं, इसको घटना को कोई भी रूप दे दें, ये सिर्फ तनाव इसलिए है कि यहां चुनाव है और योगी आदित्यनाथ ने कोई मुद्दा इन लोगों के लिए छोड़ा नहीं है कि जिस मुद्दे पर ये लोग आए। जी
अच्छा, हेमंत जी, संक्षेप में जो आप तस्वीरें देख रहे हैं, हेमंत जी मैं आप ही के पास आ रही हूँ, उसके बाद तहसीन। देयर वाज अ जीप सेट ऑन फायर आउटसाइड अखिलेश's हाउस। जरूर राजनीति हो रही है, सभी दल अपनी राजनीतिक गेम्स खेल रही हैं। हेमंत जी आप बोलिए, उसके बाद तहसीन।
मैं खाली एक सिंपल सवाल कर रहा था, जिस देश का गृह राज्य मंत्री कहता है कि भीड़ में आतंकवादी थे, उग्रवादी थे, तो इस देश का इंटेलिजेंस सिस्टम क्या कर रहा है? आईबी क्या कर रही है? यूपी पुलिस क्या कर रही है? यूपी के एटीएस क्या कर रहा है? ये किसी मामूली आदमी का बयान नहीं था। दूसरी चीज, मिस्टर टेनी का अतीत जान लीजिए, शाही जी अच्छे तरीके जानते होंगे, मैं और बेहतर तरीके जानता हूं। मुझे तो पहले दिन हैरत हुई कि नरेंद्र मोदी जैसा प्रधानमंत्री अजय मिश्रा टेनी को गृह राज्य मंत्री बना रहा है। मैं वाकई बता रहा हूं, मुझे हैरत थी। और आप उनके बयान को देख लीजिए, इस देश के गृह राज्य मंत्री का बयान है कि हम पलिया से उनको खीरी तक नहीं जाने देंगे। तो गुस्सा किसने पैदा किया? स्थिति किसने खराब की? मैं योगी और मोदी को गलत नहीं मानता हूं, सिस्टम को गलत मानता हूं, नंबर 1। नंबर 2, ध्यान रखिएगा, उत्तर प्रदेश सरकार की ब्यूरोक्रेसी पर ओवर डिपेंडेंसी बहुत खतरनाक साबित हुई। और पिछले 15 दिनों में जितनी घटनाएं हुई हैं, गोरखपुर घटना आपने सुनी होगी, कानपुर घटना आपने देखी होगी जी, सबकी मीमांसा कर लीजिए। मुझे लगता है कि नौकरशाही पर अत्यधिक आत्मनिर्भरता ये खतरनाक है। और बाकी पॉलिटिक्स है, पॉलिटिक्स वाला देखिए, पॉलिटिकल आदमी तो मौका तलाशेगा। भारतीय जनता पार्टी भी जाया करती थी पहले, उसको भी रोका जाता था, बड़े बड़े नेता जाते थे, योगी जी जाते थे, रोके जाते थे।
आपने एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बात कही कि मिनिस्टर ऑफ स्टेट फॉर होम खुद ही कह रहे हैं कि इन किसानों के बीच में आतंकवादी सिंपथाइजर्स थे, तो क्या कर रही थी इंटेलिजेंस। लेकिन वो सवाल पे हम आते हैं। लेकिन तहसीन, the fact is that the opposition is simply, जिसको कहते हैं बहती गंगा में हाथ धोने की कोशिश, that is what is happening here. These are guest appearances. And why should a government allow politicians? If I were the administration, I would stop the politicians too. Wouldn't you?
Then you don't believe in democracy. Of course I'm there. I'm absolutely there.
I think Tehseen is not with us. How do you see the opposition intervention?
Can you see?
Sorry, Tehseen, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, if you say that you wouldn't allow somebody to come in from the opposition, that means you don't believe in democracy. What is democracy?
No,
that means,
I'm saying
please allow me to make my point.
Situation.
Please allow me to make my point.
Yeah.
You cannot. एक हिंदी में मुहावरा है, बच्चा पैदा नहीं हुआ आपने मुंडन की तैयारी कर दी। आपको कैसे पता मैं क्राइम करने वाला हूं, मैं इन्फ्लेमेटरी स्पीच देने वाला हूं? आपको कैसे पता? आप भविष्यवाणी, आदित्यनाथ जी के पास कोई जादू का वो है कि वो भविष्यवाणी देख सकते हैं? And the Supreme Court has said this doesn't work. That's the law. You cannot arrest me today for something I may do. You have to arrest me for something that I do right now. And there was no provocation by Srimati Priyanka Gandhi Vadra ji. Right now, as we speak, the Honorable Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh is not allowed to enter Uttar Pradesh. The Deputy Chief Minister of Punjab is being detained. What if the opposition states start doing this? What if tomorrow they do this to the Honorable Home Minister of India, Amit Shah ji? And this is not the first time that the union government is lying in Uttar Pradesh. Barkha, you will remember, and Hemant ji is here, a senior journalist, the Honorable Prime Minister in 2017, while campaigning in Uttar Pradesh, says that all the train accidents that are happening in Uttar Pradesh are happening because Pakistan is doing it, only to be rebuffed later on by the NIA and saying, no, this is not true, these are train accidents. They have regularly lied. Now, I want to come to a more fundamental point. Please just allow me, because we missed the point that I want to make. Look, end of the day, it is the duty of a politician and political parties to raise voices. When you say Rahul Gandhi did not raise a voice in Rajasthan, who's stopping BJP from going? If BJP leaders and opposition leaders are stopped if something wrong happens, Barkha, I will be on your show and condemning it. I got the mob violence bill passed in Supreme Court on my judgment, ordered it. The Ajay Bhalla, the Home Minister, Home Secretary, I made the presentation with a Supreme Court judgment saying pass the mob violence bill. The Honorable the Government of India is not passing it. How can we continue with this?
Okay. Very passionate intervention there, Sabha. I need to start taking last comments, so let me start with Sabha. And I really want to come to Avik, who hasn't had a chance to speak in all this politicking. Sabha, what do you see about the fact that every single politician wants to go to Lakhimpur? Like, do you really think that they care about the farmers?
No, but politicians do this, Barkha. So, I mean, it would be worse supposing they didn't move. Supposing after a gang rape or like what happened in Hathras, or then we would criticize them. So it's a double-edged sword, I mean, let's face it. So this is politics, a lot of it is about showmanship. They're trying to go. We knew last night they would all be stopped. They would get arrested. There has been an explosion of violence. It was terrible violence from all, So we knew it, but they have to make a show. I mean, they're there. It's an election-bound state, and politicians will try and go. But ultimately, I just feel that this is the farmers is what my primary concern.
Do you feel before I go to Avik that Rakesh Tikait and those pictures we saw of him sitting today with the senior police officer of UP, do you believe Mr. Tikait, once credited with rejuvenating the farmers movement, has in some ways diminished its moral force in the public imagination?
I'm not so sure. I think the situation is too dynamic for us to conclude anything about Rakesh Tikait at this point. Things are too dynamic. There are so many things that interplay. I wouldn't, but I do want to say this, that the farmers, there is a whole stage they believe is being set through somebody going to the Supreme Court who's not part of the agitation, who they don't legitimize, and who's gone there and got the court to make various judgments, so that if tomorrow, this is the greatest fear, if the three sites, if the big sites are cleared with some force, with a show of force, because they don't think they have anything to lose in Punjab. And Haryana elections would be after the next Lok Sabha elections, if you recall, a few months after. And, so they don't think. So if they believe they can contain matters in UP, which is much more diverse, which is different, that is the concern right now of the farm.
I think that's a very important point, because we've seen observations from the Supreme Court that might be preparing the stage for actually the clearance of these protest sites. That's a very important point from Sabha, including by protest when farm laws have been stayed. Supreme Court asked the farmers. Thanks, Sabha. We let you go. I want to come straight to Avik now. Avik, I want you to come in on what you think is happening with the farmers' protest, per se, and the presence of Mr. Tikayat. How do you see that? Go ahead, Avik.
Leaders. He's one of the major leaders, not the only leader. He doesn't call all the shots. You should know this. It's from the horse's mouth. What's actually happening is BJP understands that on the farm agitation issue, they are losing and they can't lose. The farmers understand that they can't lose either. So the only thing that is left to BJP is to somehow incite violence, to use the Supreme Court, to use, I don't know, whatever other resources.
Why would you say the BJP has incited violence? What do you see as the incitement by the BJP of violence?
Would a chief minister who has sworn on the constitution make a statement like that? I would dismiss him tomorrow.
You're talking about Khattar. You're talking about Mr. ML Khattar.
Yes. So they are acting in concert. If you notice the movements, they are all in the span of 7 to 10 days. They've taken a decision somewhere sitting in a corner that this is how we have to deal. We have to incite and provoke the farmers' movement, and then we will clear them out. And they are using the Supreme Court as a buffer. So there are many strategies at play here. I assure you that the farmers' movement will remain peaceful. The more they try to incite, the calmer and cooler the farmers' movement will become. And that's something which unnerves BJP, because they don't know how to deal with peace. They don't know how to deal with democracy.
Sandeep, how do you see Mr. Khattar's comments? I mean, Rakesh Tikayat has... sorry, Avik, before I come to Sandeep, Rakesh Tikayat is also not always the most parliamentary in his language. A lot of his words... In fact, I think we have his statement. Let's just quickly, can we play out the Tikayat statement?
Sir, वहाँ क्या करेंगे जाकर?
हाँ, वहाँ जाकर करेंगे हम. 4 लोग डेथ उनकी हो रही, वहाँ पे ही रखे हुए हैं वे. जब तक इंसाफ नहीं मिलता उनका, जब तक वहीं रहेंगे. किसानों का मुद्दा भटकाने के लिए आए.
तो सर जाने में तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं हो रही आपको?
और पुलिस रोकेगी, गांव वाले पथराव भी कर सके भाई. ये तो अब और इनको कुछ नहीं पाया. अब कह लेगा जी ब्राह्मण और सिखों का करवा दो.
क्या
झगड़ा?
My point, Avik, is that Mr. Tikayat at different points has also used language that is problematic. That, for example, we did not hear from the farmers' movement earlier.
To prevent that, at 7 p.m. yesterday, we did a press conference and put out the message of peace, put out the message of non-violence. There are 500 organizations and 500 views and 500 voices.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to manage.
It is, and therefore I worry that it is an inflammable situation. And Sandeep, when ML Khattar as a chief minister makes the comments that he did, when the Minister of State for Home, and you heard from the ground, Hemant Ji's perspective of him makes the language that he does, there's a problem. There's a problem with Tikayat's language, there's a problem with Khattar's language as well, and nobody's calling out Khattar's language.
See, I'm not justifying Khattar. But two things we need to separate. First of all, I must, express, I always keep fighting with Tehseen. In this particular case, I am with him about Priyanka Gandhi and Punjab and Chhattisgarh people going, because they don't really have any leaders left in UP. So they have to import leaders from other states to come and protest there. So I think government should allow them to do that, because that's in the interest of democracy. I support him on that.
No. Your sarcasm beyond your sarcasm.
It's a fact. It's a groundwork.
What about Mr. Khattar's language?
Mr. Khattar's language I don't support. But what is happening, partly Hemant Ji's point, which I'm taking, why I feel both Yogi government as well as Mr. Tikayat have stepped into some degree of collaborations, because they see this thing being hijacked and going out of hand. Because what has happened in Lakhimpur, Hemant Ji and I may not be able to discuss very openly. I think this is very localized. It is a lot of it's the creation of Mr. Telly and his, the local club. So all this flashpoint, etc., has happened there. As I told you, I have also got some feedback from the ground as to what was happening. The whole thing happened after the minister's cavalcade left the place, when these things were coming back. So given all the background, there could have been provocations done by these people. Then the things went out of hand. And that's why you find Yogi government also being very, very, sort of pragmatic. And Tikayat has also come in because they don't want this particular thing to just
go
hijack
out of hand. Okay, I have to close. हेमंत जी, अगर आप मुझे हम एक बहुत ही संक्षेप में बताएं, आपको लगता है कि ये क्राइसिस अब कंटेन हो चुका है, और जिस तरह से FIR दर्ज किया गया है मंत्री और उनके बेटे के खिलाफ, उससे हमें पॉलिटिकली क्या मैसेज मिल रहा है भाजपा की तरफ से? हेमंत जी,
देखिए बरखा जी, सबसे पहले तो आज योगी आदित्यनाथ के पसीने से के माथे से काफी पसीना उतर गया होगा, क्योंकि कल प्रधानमंत्री आ रहे हैं और इस बात की आशंका थी कि कहीं लखनऊ तक ये आग न फैल जाए। तो बहुत तरीके से हैंडल किया, इसमें कोई शक नहीं। और दुर्भाग्य क्या है भारतीय जनता पार्टी के, नरेंद्र मोदी और योगी आदित्यनाथ कमाते हैं तो अजय मिश्रा टेनी जैसे लुटाने वाले लोग भी आ जाते हैं। लेकिन ध्यान रखिएगा कि जब शासन तंत्र हावी होता है प्रजातंत्र पर, तो प्रजातंत्र का इम्यून सिस्टम कहीं न कहीं रिएक्ट करता है। और ये इसको मत समझिए कि पटाक्षेप हो गया है, इस एपिसोड का खात्मा हो गया है। ये लड़ाई जो खाली पश्चिमी उत्तर प्रदेश के कुछ जिलों तक सिमट गई थी, मध्य उत्तर प्रदेश तक धीरे धीरे पहुंच गई है, और इसका असर उत्तराखंड के जो चुनाव होने वाले हैं उत्तर प्रदेश के साथ, उसकी 10 सीटें जो ऊधम सिंह नगर और नैनीताल, किच्छा आदि स्थानों पर आती है, उस पर बड़ा व्यापक असर पड़ेगा। और कांग्रेस जो बड़ी कमजोर समझी जा रही है उत्तराखंड में, वो ऊपर आ सकती है। पॉलिटिकल तो फर्क पड़ेगा, हालांकि हैंडल करने का जो तरीका था उत्तर प्रदेश शासन का वो ठीक था। नीचे जो हैंडल करने का तरीका था निहायत गलत था। अगर डिस्ट्रिक्ट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, LIU, लोकल पुलिसिंग प्रॉपर होती तो ये स्थिति नहीं आती, क्योंकि
I think हेमंत जी, आपने बहुत ही, I want to close with the local perspective. I think it's a very, very textured, nuanced, balanced, filled with layers of truth telling. कहाँ गलती हुई, क्या उसका राजनीतिक इम्पैक्ट होगा, और क्यों राकेश टिकायत और आदित्यनाथ के जो पुलिस सरकार के जो पुलिस अफसर है, उन्होंने एक अग्रीमेंट, एक टेन्यूअस जिसको कहते हैं पीस, दे हैव कम टू दैट। यहीं पे आज हमें ये कॉन्वर्सेशन छोड़नी पड़ेगी। थैंक यू हेमंत जी, तहसीन जी, अश्विनी जी, संदीप जी एंड अवीक जी, थैंक यू, एंड वी विल कंटिन्यू टू ट्रैक द आफ्टरमाथ ऑफ दिस टेरिबल ट्रेजेडी। लेट अस not lose sight of the fact that this violence is a terrible, terrible tragedy. Let us not get lost in the political, let that fact not get lost in the political noise from any side. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. It's great to see you here. Thank you for watching our work. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click the bell icon and subscribe to Mojo Story and support independent, robust journalism.